That's funny, I forgot to put my microphone on. All right, we're gonna wait to see. Let's get connected here. All right, 517, 518. Check in, guys, as you're coming in. Let's see who we can get on today. You got one. Hello, guys, as you're coming in. You guys already know the routine. Just say hello. I know I got somebody there. I know the first one is always me, so. Let me make sure I got some audio here. Hey, guys, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome, David. How you doing, brother? Welcome to the live chat. Hopefully we don't get too crazy here today. Let's see what we got here. We are going to talk, so just so you know, we're going to talk about immigration. We're going to talk about Washington, D.C. There's a lot of controversial there. We will touch up on some of the Epstein stuff. Nightwing, hello. Welcome to the chat. Hopefully you got some good questions, have some good comments. Now you guys have a freedom of speech in this chat. Just be nice. Nathan Dunlap, I went to high school in Everett. Mariner High School was my high school here. #1 goalkeeper in the state of Washington, 2 years in a row, just so you know. Not that I want to brag, but I was also a #1 punter for 2 years in a row here in Washington State. Fantastic. America is great again. America is always great, but it's always good to say, let's make America great again, ain't it? Harry Potter? Sure, I like Harry Potter, but I am not. Or welcome to the chat. Welcome to my channel. Hey, guys, I want to say right before we start, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. If I had the glasses, bro, I would say, oh, Tri-Cities, huh? You know what? A lot of Russians think that I'm Russian. And just because I like Putin, not that I want to be best friends with him, but just because I like him, he's strong. And, well, he's doing what he thinks it is. Yes, MAGA. Struss, welcome. Welcome to the channel. I had a live earlier today, but I wanted to do it in Spanish because a lot of illegal immigrants that come to this country, they don't respect the United States of America. And I think that it's very important for all the illegal immigrants and migrants that come to this country that they need to learn to respect this land when they come here, okay? Let's see. Yo, chat, are we calling it gay even if bro dresses up like Wednesday's Addams? I don't know what that means, Eric. How about the $500,000 fly over Alaska? Man, I tell you what, I know that you guys think it's a waste of money, but I myself was clowning on the president of Mexico. You guys know how she travels? You know that leaders that are very powerful, that have a lot to lose, that have a nation that supports them, you know, we want our president to look good, you know, even if the suit's more expensive than the clothes that we wear. We want our president to look its best. We want him to have the best. By having this attitude, I can tell you, the more you wish upon somebody to be successful, the more successful you're going to be in life. Strauss. Ozzy Osbourne looked like Adams. He was great and masculine. Oh, so you're saying I'm masculine. I appreciate that. I'll take that as a compliment. Please remove the hat. No, man, remove the hat is like take your arms off. Come on, we can't do that. But thanks for joining, brother. Appreciate it. Notification says you can say happy birthday to my sister. She turns 4 today. Her name is Ella Vanel or Vanel. How do you say that? Vanel? Ella, happy birthday, baby. May God give you many, many more in your life. God bless you and your family. May you have the happiest birthday ever. Let's see, getting rid of wasteful spending. Wasteful spending is spending $6 million to remove foreskin in a foreign country. Wasting money is removing hair for transgenders in jail. That's wasting money. If we fly in first class, we have oh my gosh, I lost the train of thought of the name. I was doing Spanish earlier. We have Air Force One, right? Oh my God, I can't believe what an American, what a lack of American patriotism. Johnny Flips, welcome to the chat. MAGA gang, baby. Hi from the UK. Thanks to Trump and Vance for supporting us. We love the UK, man. We got some history, but we love the UK. Thank you guys for joining us today. Chris, welcome back. We should make America Mexican again. No, we don't want to do that because when it was Mexican, they couldn't pay their debt. And the reason why America has the California, Texas, etc. is for 2 reasons. One of them, the people couldn't pay their debt. And second, the Mexican government is horrible. And even today, the Mexican government is horrible, but there's still a lot of beautiful Mexican people out there. And a lot of them, actually, if you don't know this history, the reason why California has a lot of Spanish names and all this other stuff is because when they became part of the American states, the United States of America, those people, most of the Mexicans that live here, they automatically got their citizenship here. And there was Mexicans that stayed here in certain parts of San Francisco that they couldn't pay the debt. They didn't want to participate with the United States of America. And guess what? They got deported. They were, that's just the way it went, okay? But that is why California, Texas, Arizona does not belong to Mexico. Mexico didn't take care of their family. Man, and speaking of didn't take care of their family, Alberta, Canada, let's go, baby, let's go. I think Alberta, oh my God, I wish that Alberta becomes a state. I am loving these people from Alberta more and more the more I listen and hear about what they're doing. Kevin, what's up, brother? So here, free Palestine. We're trying to free them from Hamas, brother. We really are. There's only 2 countries that I know of that at least I love and respect, and that's Israel and the United States. We are the only ones helping Palestinians, even though we have some morons over here protesting and hating our own people here, our own American people. They don't understand, man. They hear something and they go with it. They don't do research. They don't try to weigh what's good and what's bad. They just run with the flow, and that's just the way they are, man. I don't know what to say about those people. Therefore, if you are spelling racial stuff in here, that's where I put my limit of freedom of speech. So don't get banned, don't get blocked. Make some good comments in there. Take off the cross. Jesus was a migrant. Yes, you know what else Jesus did? He went to a city, and when he wasn't wanted there, guess what he did? He didn't force himself there. He left. That's Jesus Christ. And don't you forget, Jesus Christ is God. He owns the whole earth. So don't compare Jesus Christ to a migrant. Don't be a fool. Don't play that shit with me. You want to play church Bible with me, you're going to lose. I guarantee you 100%. Free America from, no, we're not going to free it from AIPAC. Are you crazy? We are blessed because we support Israel, whether you guys like it or not. Kevin Jones, welcome, brother. How you doing? Hope you're doing good. Eric, welcome. I hope that you don't use those letters because I don't like to hear it. You're making me read it, and I don't appreciate it. So I guess what, guys? I'm going to give you just that one warning. If you keep spelling that shit, I'm going to go ahead and block you, and you get the hell off the chat. I want you to have freedom of speech, but don't bring racial slurs into this speech, please. Please. That becomes hate speech, and I don't like it. My black people are also my family. They're also Americans, and I have to respect them as you should. Nikki, Nikki Skip, there is no God. This is why you are losing. Let's see, paper, I don't know what that is. Robert, if you don't like my hat, well, you know what, maybe you want me to put this one on? Suckers. Right now, I am Republican. Why? Because Democrats are no longer Democrats. Democrats are communists. Now, we thought we got rid of communists in this country in the 90s, but that failed. That is not true. That is the new Democratic Party. They infiltrated there, and little by little, they started being Democrat Party, and then fake Democrat Party, I should say. And now that people are liking two things. They have accepted slavery in the modern term of illegal immigrants. Two, people today depend so much on welfare. They like their EBT. They like the free medical care. We all want free medical care, but that's not how it works. Our medical system, Medicare, is for people of low income that are working, that are not lazy, that are working, but it's hard for them to get their dues in this world. Anybody that is able to work, get your ass off the couch and go to work. Any Hispanic that is in here illegally, shut the hell up. Even though you have the freedom of speech, I also have the freedom of speech, and I can say whatever I want. The rest of you mofos that are supporting American values, God bless you, and I love you. I respect you, and I am glad that you are supporting your country, as you should. For those illegals that are out there and those that advocate for criminals and illegal immigration, salud. Some good coffee. All right, do you like Pokemon? No, man, I never liked Pokemon except for Pikachu. Pika, Pika. Kathleen, you have no clue. Okay. You know what's funny, guys? Like, if you guys are giving me a comment and I have to read it, I try to read your name first. And so whatever insult you give me or whatever negativity comes this way, it goes right back to you. Have you noticed that? I don't do it on purpose. Kemayala. 2, he rolled out a carpet for a war criminal. You know what happens when you deal with a bully? Number 1, you can be the little chihuahua that just barks at everything and doesn't do shit. Or you can be an alpha male and dominate the red carpet, which Donald Trump did. So I'm very proud about that. All right, there's a big difference between rolling the carpet and bending the knee. You guys don't be hypocrites, don't be ridiculous, be real. Bell Blue, Papillon, Pendejo. Hey, I hope people don't call you that anymore, man. That's not nice. That means stupid. You need to go back to where you came from. I wish I could, but my mother is dead and it's not possible. So I have to be here in the United States of America and fight for its freedom and its people. Let's see, Rene, welcome back, brother. This is the English chat, and I'm glad to see you in here as well. God bless you, brother. Can you become governor of California? Man, wouldn't that be awesome? I will tell you what. I would fight with Congress to see if we can get some all my DACA holders and migrants, that illegal migrants, even though they're illegal. I would make them pay a fine, of course. There's got to be a fine. That way we can excuse the fact that we're going to make them residents. Now, here's the deal. If I was to be governor of California, number 1, I would do a heavy, deep background check. If you're a wife beater, you gotta go. If you're a child molester, you gotta go. If you're a murderer, a rapist, a gangbanger, you gotta go. Everybody else should have a chance to at least become a resident holder. That's what I would do. And, it's not going to be easy, but it's something that we can fight for, right? And I believe that if we show the right character, not like these idiots over here that are saying, call ICE, deport this guy, F USA, burn the flag, doing all this stupid shit. Those people gotta go. Even if you were born here and you think you're a citizen, if your parents were illegal and you're burning the flag, you got to go. We no longer respect you as an American. So I believe that the Supreme Court, the judges, have misinterpreted the Constitution for many, many decades. I believe that when the Constitution says, we the people, it means the American citizens, not even the green card holders. Nobody like that, just the citizens. They're the only ones that can vote. They're the only ones that can place government in office. Personnel, Congress, Senate, all that shit. Only citizens can put these people in power. So for me, excuse me if you think I'm wrong, but the Constitution is for the American citizens and nobody else. With that being said, when the Constitution mentions persons, that is because in order for men and women to be included with children, you have to say persons. That's how you get a name that encumbers everything, okay? So that's my interpretation, and that's what I believe. So Constitution is only for Americans. I think the Supreme Court has it wrong, and they should amend that, and they should fix it to just point out that only American citizens can actually be we the people. With that being said, if you're a green card holder, you are still being tested to see if you qualify to be an American citizen. There's a few things that you got to do. You got to prove that you love this country. You got to prove that you love the people. You got to prove that you are porting, that you are supporting this nation, not being a, what would you call it? I'm thinking in Spanish, mandilon, manganzon, not be a lazy benefit abuser that doesn't contribute to the country. All right, so excuse me for my lack of English words today, but I just believe that Americans should all be hard workers. Nobody should be lazy, staying on the couch and just, getting food stamps and getting free rent and all that shit. That thing's got to go. That's not the American way. That's the lazy way. YouTube agent, he says, report this guy. Oh, deport. Whatever, homie, I am home. I am in the United States of America, and this is my home. Grizz, my homie from the streets. Well, your interpretation is wrong. You know why you say is wrong? Because it's not convenient for you to be wrong, to be right. I approve this message. Thank you, sissy. Kelly Quinn, can you tell me when America was great to begin with? Oh, man. Ronald Reagan, you know what America's great? Here, I want you to pay attention to this. I'm glad you asked that question. For all you morons out there that don't know when America was great, there was a time when we here in America were free. Peep this. How do I know that America stopped being great? When they told us that we had to shut the country down. They brought some bullshit COVID saying that this will kill you. Not only did they say this will kill you, but they put hundreds of thousands of people on ventilators that actually caused them to lose their lives. This was guaranteed to kill them. They stopped using it because it was killing people and not helping. The second thing that they did, they removed our rights by forcing us to get the shot. 3 vaccines, a fake bullshit vaccine. That was not America being great. You know what else wasn't great? When the world was laughing at us that we have a puppet as a president in this country. That was not great. When we let Putin from Russia start war, when it was Obama's turn, that was not great. When Biden finished shitting on these deals, and that was not great. So to say, when was America great before that, and then became bad, and now we're back, baby. This is not a slogan. This is the creed. This is what we believe, and this is what we should start fighting for. This is why I love and respect my American patriots. Speaking of patriots, I want to say, take some time. Let's slow down here. I want to say thank you so much for your support, for your likes, for your subscribes, Thank you so much. I've been doing this for a month, and I only started doing this because I got sick and tired of not being able to speak my opinion as an American citizen, as a migrant that came here legally when I was a kid. Thank God for that opportunity. My mother brought me here. Legally became a green card holder. For decades, I was a green card holder. Why didn't I become a citizen right away? Because I believe that when you make an oath, as I did when I got married with my wife. You see, I've been married twice. The first time, I didn't make that oath out of true conviction. I was not honest. I was not sincere. And I noticed that I failed in that marriage. The reason, forget about it. I don't want to make nobody look bad. But when I married my wife, she's from American Samoa. I love this woman. She drives me crazy, pisses me off like any other woman would piss off a man. But she does some things for me that just makes me look like a fool for getting mad at her. You know what I'm saying? She's such a great woman, really. I don't deserve her. But yet, she's still with me. She still loves me. 14 years going together, okay? So by the time that I make my oath, I didn't want to make a fake oath, like a lot of people have done that. I made my oath to become a United States citizen. And not only did I think that it was my rightful thing to do, I deserve it, and this is my right. No. It is a privilege. It was a privilege to get a visa for 10 years to come here. It was a privilege to be accepted to be a green card holder. Even though I know freedom of speech, the right to bear arms, with that kind of power comes great responsibility. That's what I'm talking about. So when I made my oath to become an American citizen, this is what you get. This is what you see. And I voted for Trump only this time because I was not a citizen before. So I was glad to now be able to vote. I voted for him twice, but we lost with Biden's cheating election. And speaking of cheating election, oh my goodness. Let me tell you something. When I'm doing a live feed on this phone, anybody that comes in here should know. If you question any information that I tell you, look it up, research it, learn for yourself. All right, that's all I gotta say about that. So I'm gonna tell you what I know. And if you don't believe me, go search it. All right, let's go ahead and read a couple more comments in here, and we're gonna talk about cheating elections. Let's see, Michael Zhao, Mahe. I'm assuming that you're Catracho or you just know how to say the word, and I appreciate it. That is a native slang word for fool, and I accept it. It's okay. We all got a little bit of fool in there. The El Mamon, where are you from? I'm from Honduras. When I did my Spanish live chat today, this was the hat that I was wearing. All right, so that was the hat that I was wearing. I don't know why I keep getting a bunch of English-speaking people on there. I kept saying this is a Spanish chat, but somehow, whatever. So anyway, Spartacus, Trump's America, you're going to be going to El Salvador. If I ever go to El Salvador, it's for vacation. I think that President Nayib Bukele has been kicking some butt in El Salvador. And you know what he did? They called Nayib Bukele in El Salvador a tyrant, an authoritarian. And you know why? Because he got rid of crime. That's why. He got rid of the criminals in his presidency. I don't know what they call it, if they call it a caucus or what. But all I know is that a lot of the people that were in government were corrupted. He investigated them, found proof, and guess what? He put their ass in jail. This is exactly what Trump needs to do. These mofos that did a Russia collusion, Obama, Hillary, these guys gotta go to jail. I wanna see them paid. Something's gotta happen. Shift the ship effed up. Number one, he's gonna lose at least 20 years in jail for fraud and real estate fraud. And then we also found out that he was the same pencil neck that actually leaked the information to legacy media so that every single one of us would believe that Trump really was in bed with Russia. That was not true. And if you've been following the news, you will know that the last report was that the only information that Russia had was about the health of Hillary Clinton. And you remember what happened to Hillary Clinton when Donald Trump became president? She passed out. She didn't even come out and say, hey guys, thank you so much for your work. My beautiful Democratic Party. She didn't give a shit about you. They never have. Democrats have never cared about you. Well, I can't say that. I apologize. That's not right. These communists pretending to be Democrats never care about you. We did have Democrats that were great at some point. It was an opponent back and forth. We actually had choices. If you don't believe me, ask yourself this. Have you ever thought, I guess I gotta vote for this person because he sucks, but the other one's worse, so now I gotta vote for this piece of shit? Tell me, have you ever felt that way? I know the answer is right, it's true. Well, I don't want to vote. I mean, I know Biden he's not there, but it's better than Orange, man. It's better than Trump. Right now, I hear the corrupted Democrats. They out there campaigning, and they can't convince people to join them. And then they do the stupid ad campaign. Well, at least I am not Donald Trump. What the fudge kind of stuff is that? That is crazy. Why would anybody follow such foolery? And then you sit here and complain and say MAGA is evil, make America great is evil. What country you from that you hate America being successful, that you see Americans happy? Why are you against the prosperity and safety of the American people? Where are you from? That's my argument. Illegal immigration. Oh, I'm going to touch on that, baby. I'm going to touch on that. Shantae, Trump 2024, baby. Let's go. Welcome to the chat. God bless you. Let's go. Spartacus. Forget about your comment. Marcos Barrera. Trump. Trolls. Oh, man. I'm a delusional, I guess. Welcome, my lovely members, MAGA. Hey, I appreciate that welcome. I'm going to call you lovely. I don't know if you're female or male. Doesn't matter. I can't see the picture. Looks feminine, so I'm going to assume that maybe you are her. Martin Dries, Trump is great. He needs to be back for a third term. Laugh aloud. F the demons. I do agree, brother. I do agree that Trump should have a third term. But even he has said it. Come on, he's 80 years old already. He's going to be 83, 84 by the end of his term. I think that he needs to pass the baton. Now, what I am excited about is that, remember, J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, my favorite, Tulsi Gabbard, these people, even Robert, were all Democrats, just like Trump was, but they were against him. Even what's the senator from Texas? Oh my gosh, Ted Cruz. Even he fought against them. Donald Trump ate them all alive. He beat all of them in debates. Guess what? They have Donald Trump's back 100%. Why? Because at first they were focused on all the mistakes that he made in his life before he ran for president. If you haven't made a mistake in your life that you cannot undo, go ahead and hate him. But if you have made a mistake and you can't fix it, shut the hell up and start supporting your president if you are legal in this country. Bob, you need to watch out for ICE, dude. You mean Ice Cube? I like Ice Cube, even though he kind of talks bad sometimes about Donald Trump. That's all right. I take Yogi, says Christine. Rudy, you ain't American. Woo! Here. Rudy. Salud, my friend. Stay thirsty. MAGA forever. We will continue to keep making America great again and again and again. That's what I gotta say. Let's see, you literally support someone who wants you gone. See, purpose, Bubbles. That's what you're mistaken. He wants to get rid of illegal immigrants. His main focus are the hardcore felon criminals. If you have a felony, man, I'm sorry to tell you, brother, but crossing the border illegally is a federal offense, which already gives you a felony. If you work in this country without a permit, it's a felony. If you have to lie about your social security and you steal other people's identity, it's fraud. It's a felony. That's why every illegal immigrant needs to be deported, period. With that being said, I will point out once again that even though Donald Trump wants every illegal immigrant out of here, he has also asked Congress to allow at least 2 million illegal immigrants to become residents. The Congress said no. Then he went and said, well, can we get at least this 800,000 illegal immigrants to become residents and every DACA document holder to also become a resident? Congress said no. And by the way, all the Democrats voted no to give you papers. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. Davidcito, this guy is so delusional. Jody, 2 out of 3 aliens in one sentence. What? Oh, lies in one sentence. Hey, I win. That's nice. At least I'm winning something. Guys, I want to take this time to really say thank you so much for the likes, the subscribes. Show me your support. I love it. You guys and American patriots that have welcomed me into your country by saying it out loud makes me feel special. Allows me to be able to laugh to these illegal aliens over here making these comments. They think they're legal, but if they were born here and their parents were illegal, they're actually not Americans. So I can understand why they hate this country. It makes sense, right? If you don't like this country, it's because you're not American. All right, here we go. Let's read some comments here. Let me see. Trump, baby. Renee Montenegro. That's right, baby. Bro, with that accent, you'll be picked up by ICE sooner or later. And I hope so. I want to take a selfie with them. I love and respect ICE. Those guys are putting their lives on the line for every single one of us Americans to be safe. I understand that a lot of what we call innocent, illegal people are being deported, but at the same time, hardcore criminals are being deported. And that's something that we need to do in this country to keep it safe. Man, I love Americans. I really do. You're such an awesome people. You know what? You know what I love Americans? Because even though people think that Americans are white, even if it was true, I will tell you something. A lot of black people blame the white man. A lot of Native Americans blame the white man for stuff that's happened in the past. But I will tell you, nobody has defended Native Americans more than white people. Let's be honest. Nobody loves black people more than white people, and that is a fact. It is the truth. See, Africans called the white man white supremacist because their technology was more advanced. And you know what happens? A lot of people throughout the world thinks that America is a supremacist country. And guess what happens to everybody that becomes a resident and a citizen of this country? They become supreme in the world. And what's awesome is that even though that is a fact, we are still humble enough to love the world, to help the world. And see, nobody helps the world like the United States of America does. And this is why we got to fight for it. I've always believed that in order for me to help my neighbor, I got to be able to sustain my family. In order for me to feed my neighbor, I got to be able to feed my family. Because if I don't, then we're all going to be lost. And see, a lot of you fools putting negative comments in here. What you don't understand that the more you fight for this country to stay free and to stay great, the more harm you are causing the world. Let me see. The Wrath says the Constitution is quite clear. At least one parent must be an American national for somebody to be citizen. You see what I'm saying? I'm not the only one that thinks that way. At least one. And I agree, brother. Way to put that comment in there. God bless you. Pierre Grabo says deport Melania and Elon. You guys are real morons. Man, I get it. I get it. You know, some of us just can't have common sense. No problem. I will tell you this, though. A lot of Democrats have found and used their common sense, and that's why they voted for Donald Trump. You see, it's not about a party or a partisan thing. In this country, you can say whatever you want, but what this country depends on is patriots. You see, there is patriots that abide by the law. There is patriots that when they clean their house, they clean their driveway, and they also clean the neighbor's driveway. I see Americans that have businesses, right? You've seen these videos of these landscaper guys. They go to poor neighborhoods, they can't do the yards, and they go in there and do it for free. Obviously, you know, they get views and maybe they make money off advertising on their channel, but they do it with a kind heart, and they love doing it. Of course, every laborer is worthy of pay, but they do it because that's the American way. And a lot of Hispanics that become Americans do the same thing. And that's the people that count today and age. So I want to say thank you guys for joining. Man, 84 likes. You guys are so lovely. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Tim Larson, like you are innocent. Nobody's innocent, my friend. We're all guilty of something. And this is why we should stay humble. And this is why you should respect and love your neighbor. Let's see. My family came here legally. It is not fair that these illegal immigrants get to come here easily while my family worked hard to become a U.S. citizen. Man, it's true. That is true. Sam is having a good time, laughing out loud. Eminem is putting their lives on the line for farm laborers. Your ignorance is not even funny. Eminem, let me tell you about farmers. Here in Washington State, we have had an issue with the farmer workers. There is what they call a 12B, I think is what it is, the visa number. And this is for farmers. I think that's what it is. Please excuse me if I'm wrong on this one. But this is for farmers to come here, foreigners to come work in the farms here in the United States of America. And some companies have laid off these legal working migrants and have allowed illegal immigrants, which of course do the same type of job, less money, no benefits, and if they don't want to pay them, they don't pay them. Because if they complain, they get deported. So you see, if you support illegal immigration, you are, I'm not going to say the word, but you are helping people to be abused and taken advantage of. You are helping a party that believes that these illegal immigrants should be their next slaves. Let's remember that Democrats is the creators of the KKK. Let's remember that the Democrats actually represent the South, which wanted to keep slaves because they had cheap labor. They were making money. You have to understand something. If you don't know history, you are bound to repeat it. Let me tell you why the Southerners wanted the slavery to continue. They were making their money off the backs of illegal or slave people, while the Northerners, they found a different way to make money, which is what Trump is doing. Instead of taxing the people more, he wants governors to tax less, support the tariffs. What do businessmen says today? Like, what's the one, the guy, what's the name of that business that gives trophies to businesses? Anybody? It's not J.D. Vance, that's the vice president, but it reminds me of it. JD something, right? Let me see anybody. Let me get down to the last comments here. See if you can help me out. Let's see. Let me read the last 3 comments in here. Some of you guys, JD Powers, is that the one that gives the little crystal thing to the businesses? Okay, there is that company, right? They are praising Donald Trump now. I told you in March when he announced the tariffs, let's go, baby, let's go. You know why? Because we have history that tariffs work. As a matter of fact, $4.1 trillion came into the United States while Biden was in office because of Trump's tariff that he put in place before he left the first term. And now we see more and more money. Like the movie says, more money, more money, more money, right? But what happens in blue states, and guys, please, open your eyes. Stop thinking about partisan. Right now, the communists, which disguise themselves as Democrats. Look at Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom doesn't like that Trump tells him, if you would have taken care of your forest, you wouldn't have had all these fires. And if you would stop putting red tape for people to rebuild their houses, they will have their houses back. Now they got a problem with insurance companies. Insurance companies in California, they want to get the hell out of there. They want nothing to do with them because they are losing money by allowing these fires to continue. These are multi-million-dollar houses in California. And the jackass comes and says that he's going to fight Donald Trump fire with fire. And number one, he shouldn't use that term because he's burning California down, literally. If Donald Trump doesn't step in, this country is in trouble. Speaking of stepping in, we're going to talk about D.C. in a bit. Let me read a couple of comments here. I love your program. Keep up the good. Ah, man. Mark, you know, you guys think that I'm fake. My wife knows me. I'm an angry bird guy, okay? I can be very impatient. I can be very nasty and just tell people the truth of how much I don't like them or if they disgust me or if they do something bad. But when it comes to telling the truth, if you're a good person, man, I'm going to let you know. If you really touch my heart, I will let you know. See, I'm a very masculine man. I'm an alpha in my house. But I'm a strong man, as they say, with a sensitive soul. And I love people. I really do. I can put up with jackasses, with jerks. All right? They get on my nerves. I will fight the bully to defend the weak. I know what it feels like. Somebody did that to me when I was a little kid. Never happened after that. They tried it, but they got their ass kicked. But when I tell you my emotions, I'm the most vulnerable person. But I still tell you what I feel. And it's honest. And Mark de Gloria, you touch my heart, man. I appreciate you. I have quite a few subscribers. I mean, for being on for 1 month, and you guys put me at 1,200. That's all you guys. It's not me. I'm just a simple guy. I'm a thankful Honduran that is grateful to this country that they allow me to become a citizen. And I know that a lot of people don't get on my chat and my lives until later tonight, but I thank you, every single one of you that has come in and has hit that like and subscribe. You guys are awesome. Let's continue reading some comments in here. We will talk about DC, I promise. And if I forget, bring it up. Expand that chat and remind me, okay? Let's see. Tim, whatever the RTZ is, the guy has been on the internet too long. Maybe I have. Right now, we don't have that much audience, so it's okay. Bro really said he's an alpha. That's right, big brother Mike. Got to be an alpha, baby. We don't want to be betas. I mean, some are zetas. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep that masculinity, baby. But masculinity doesn't mean that you're going to be a jerk, all right? Masculinity just means that you're going to stand up for your family and always are going to govern your home, and you're going to be the head of the house. If you're not, then let the women lead. That's okay. Hulk Hogan is deaf. Oh, man, Hulk Hogan. Bro, what a great guy. I used to love Hulk Hogan, back in the days. I believe he had a show, a movie or show. I remember seeing him on Hollywood screen. But, man, he was just so entertaining. And he loved Donald Trump, I don't believe that he always supported. Maybe he has, but he loved Donald Trump towards the end. And I think that, even though Elon Musk gave hundreds of millions of dollars to help the campaign of Donald Trump. I think that Hulk Hogan had more influence on the American people than Elon Musk. Don't hate me for that. Who cut hurricane survey? Trump. Bruh. Why do you think that is? Do you think the hurricane survey was working? No, it wasn't. That's why many people lost their houses. So something has to change. Let me tell you something, guys. When you hear of thousands of people being fired from the government, they deserve to get fired. Why the hell will we pay millions of dollars in salaries to people that don't do their job? FEMA has been shit to the United States of America. What does Trump want? Hey, listen, you have a governor, you have mayors. Let's give the power to the local states. Let them be there right away. Every state has a national guard behind it. Anytime that there is a problem in every state, if the governor says, hey, listen, we have all this police here in Seattle, Washington. We have a problem. We have a lot of police, but we don't have enough of them. So let's bring the National Guard to take control of the town to keep it in peace. See, governors, especially Democrats, don't think that way. If a Republican, I want to see, if a Republican says, no, don't bring National Guard, I want to know about it because I will talk about it. Let's see. You're 100% right, says Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate it. Let's see. Welcome, says at Fuzzy. I can tell you are liberal because only liberals go straight to insults. Isn't that the truth? Oh, and by the way, thank you guys for sharing. I see some of you guys have shared the channel. You know what? To be honest, I should share it. Let me see if I can put this. Let me see if I can get a link and share this on X. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Yeah, we'll do that. And see if anybody comes from there to here or whatever. But thank you guys again for your support. I appreciate it. Let's continue. Let's see. I did get abused when I was a child, but that's a whole different story. Let me teach some about your mistakes. Here we go. Company is going to teach me something about my mistakes. Is it me or did somebody else? Let's see. You make mistakes when you say a Mexican became American. Jeez, here we go. I already know what you're going to say, but let's read it. Let's read it. America, not American. America is a continent. The USA is included in the continent. Okay, not in America. It's included in the continent. Citizen of United States of America. That's where you get the name American, you jackass. But American is everybody who lives in. So I dare you to go to a Mexican and tell him, how are you doing, my American brother? Go ahead, try it. Try it. I love Latinos true. Petra, video ever. I believe in that. Let's see, bros. I did demolish this dude in a debate. I don't know. I will, go ahead and try it. This company that thinks is a smart cookie doesn't know that the word American, we don't use it like Africans do from the continent of Africa. We use it as the name of the nation, nationality. Like I'm Honduran, I was born in Honduras. Am I a Central American? Yes. Am I Honduran? Yes. They can both be right at the same time. If you are born in Mexico, are you an American? Sure, you are right. You are Mexican? Yes, you are Mexican. But when it comes to claiming nationalities, maybe that's the reason why a lot of illegal immigrants are in the United States of America. They think that it's just a continent. Why not go in there? I'm American, even though you're from Mexico, Belize, Guatemala, Nicaragua, Salvador, Costa Rica, Panama. They're all American from the continent, but that doesn't mean they all belong here in the United States of America. There is a football team in Mexico that is called the Americas. Does that mean they're not a football team? That they're just an American continent? Don't be retarded, bruh. Don't be retarded. That's what I'm going to say. Let's see. Anja, I am simple-minded. I do believe that. Love Latin. I'm going to ignore that X. That's some bullshit. Don't insult the Latin people with that crap. Only retarded people think that are women when they have a penis. Fahad, I'm down. Whenever, brother. Anytime. But you got to do it here. Show me here. This is your moment to shine. Show me here that you can beat me on a debate. By all means, you got the same things that I have. Let's go. Let's see. Jeremy brought the land to, I don't know. Or brought the land. Man, I missed the first comment. I don't know what that means, guys. Ronald, well, bye, Malik. Run, you the man, bro. You're the man. Patrina Jasso, if Newsom becomes president, he won't, but let's see. We will be in trouble. Well, California is in trouble. Therefore, we are in trouble because our California brothers and sisters are also Americans that are suffering because of the idiocy of some jackass that thinks that he's a funny actor, which, by the way, Newsom is the worst. Newsom is the worst actor in California. He comes in here with some BS. Shut the hell up, man. Stop lying to the people. I wish that the Californians would be smart enough to stand up against this guy. Well, no, you know what? I take it back because we can't stand up against Bob Ferguson over here in Washington State either. These guys are destroying Washington State as we speak. So I apologize for you, my patriot Californians. I love you guys. I made a mistake. My bad. My bad. Why do you call yourself any Southern American country then? I don't call myself South American or Central American. I call myself Honduran American. Why? I have dual citizenship. Let's see, Jaron, or a boxing match. I don't know. I haven't boxed forever. I'm getting old. Now, if I stand up too fast, everything goes black. I don't think I can box anymore. But I will give my life fighting for my family, that's for sure. Joris Rath, I agree, welcome. Yeah, welcome. She has been right about it, everything she said so far. What do you think of retroactive deportations? Manuel Mateo, it doesn't matter how long anyone has been in this country. If you are illegal, you gotta go. You gotta go. I already given advice about this, and one of them is self-deport, just like somebody said, like DR says that I should do to Honduras. I think I'm the only Honduran on this chat, so it doesn't make sense, man. I'm a citizen. Kevin, we need Arnold back. You know what? That's not a joke, right? I'll tell you what. When Arnold Schwarzenegger was governor in California, I was living in California, and I couldn't renew my California license because the date on one of the papers from the Washington State license was not matching in the record, and I couldn't get it. That's Arnold Schwarzenegger right there, maintaining the law of the state. Man, I'm like, shoot, well, no, I wasn't an American. I was just a green card holder. I was about to say, I'm an American. No, I was not an American. I was a green card holder. I was a resident alien. Maybe that's why I love ET so much. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, Renee, you know that bullet train they were going to make in California? It was originally made to go to Las Vegas, to Los Angeles. People going to leave their money in Las Vegas? Yeah, people do that. But guess what? People are not going to Vegas as they used to. Now, some say it's crime. Some say it's people are not drinking alcohol as much as they used to. Have you guys heard about that one yet? Renee, thank you for your comment, brother. God bless you. Big hug here from Washington State to California. Make America again. DR. Make America gay again. We need to get rid of the LGBTQ, man. No LGBTQ. Go tell all your haters to come in here and tell me why I should support the LGBTQ community. I support gays and lesbians, but not the LGBTQ. It's a big difference. Rest in peace, Ozzy. I love being an American, as you should, my friend. You should be happy. You should be proud. A little bit entitled, but entitled to be a good patriot, okay? NC, to seek legal asylum, the person has to seek asylum in the first country they enter. 100% correct. They enter not 2 to 5 countries away. That is not legal. 100%. And see, I'm glad somebody knows how to freaking interpret some of this shit that's happening. Neo is President Trump is the man, he says. Jaron Buggs, I think you can take him. Yeah, I can take him. Oh man, I don't know how small you guys think I am, but believe me, this big head is not for nothing. And see, I don't think he's talking about you, bro. He didn't mention you. Let's see. Wrath cannot retroactively pay a coyote $14,000, bro. That's true. They owe it because they are slaves to the cartel and then claim asylum later. You know, I think I said it on my Spanish chat earlier. There is something sad that happens when females come to this country illegally. The cartel grabs them and then they prostitute them in the States. And they take them around to different areas. And, you know, of course, they charge them money. And then the guys can do whatever they want with that girl until they finish, if you know what I'm talking about. I hate to be so graphic about it, but this is true. And they have to do it because this is the only way that they can pay that debt. And all of you people out there that are supporting illegal immigration, you are supporting these women being raped and abused and prostituted. You are supporting people getting robbed, being mugged, getting beat up, even get killed on the way here. That's what you're supporting. The wife is asking me to take her somewhere. It's impossible. We cannot stop this live. Oh man. Ham Solo says, Aussie, someone who destroyed his mind with drugs is still had a better brain of thinking than any of you. Trump forever, baby. I will say what, Ham? I will say that Ozzy was smarter than Newscom. That's for sure, 100%. Manuel says, hey, you didn't answer my question. What was the question, Manuel? I apologize. You're right, kids too. Correct. I forgot to mention the trafficking of children as well. We still have over 300,000 unaccounted for, I believe. Not cool. Jason, they are some evil bastards. They really are. Didn't the cartel dig a tunnel 60 feet under the wall? Yes, they did, and now it's filled with concrete. But I believe that they should invest in technology to kind of, you know how they do for earthquakes, right? They can have the technology to see when something is being dug under the ground. And you know what? It's dangerous that they do this. And I mean, if they are really good at digging, we should hire them to do some tunnels over here in the States. Let's see. Yeah, women and kids, brother. Women and kids. We can't. This is why we cannot support illegal immigration. We just can't. I'll tell you what, guys. I do have to take my wife somewhere important, but I will come back later, probably about an hour and a half. I will come back and we'll continue this chat. Let me touch up to finish this segment. I mean, we only have like 50 people on, I think, so I think it wouldn't be a big deal to stop and then restart later tonight. DC, right now, we're starting to see some protest on the street. People think that calling the National Guard to come and support law enforcement that is overwhelmed by crime, it's illegal. Let's remember that Washington, D.C. is federalized for the president. There is no statehood. No other state or any governor or anybody else can say shit in Washington, D.C. So the mayor of Washington, D.C. agreed to allow the National Guard in Washington, D.C. Now, if you guys just listen to the news and you watch protesters out there getting in the way of the National Guard, ICE, and all this other police, these are the people that are okay with businesses being shot at, with people losing their lives, with teenagers as young as 12 committing crimes with handguns, theft in cars, etc., drugs being used in the open. This is a crime. And here in Washington State, drug users right in the corner, at the bus stop, outside somebody's business, they're over there just smoking crack, doing meth, doing all kinds of drugs. That is illegal. Those people are supposed to be in jail. It is illegal to do drugs out in the open. It is illegal to have alcoholic beverages out in the open. This ain't Vegas, baby. This ain't Vegas. So, with that being said, if you are in a state or city where the National Guard gets called, I will say, stop by, say hello. Go against protesters that are hating on them. These are people that care for your life, and this is why they come to help you. There is videos out there of them giving advice to people in Washington, D.C. We're here for you. Don't be afraid. But anybody that is drinking alcohol, doing drugs out in the open, committing crimes, we will arrest. Okay? And so they are really there to support the local authorities. With that being said, we will continue this chat later on tonight. I don't know if you guys will get on. It doesn't matter. But normally my chats are after 7 p.m. After I come back from being a good husband and dropping my wife off and her mom, I'll be back on live. So if you guys have time and you get on later tonight, we'll talk about it later tonight. All right? Let me see. Read a couple of comments here so you guys don't feel left out. Let me see. Let me put a comment in here for you guys too. I want to thank you so much. Everything. Wow, some horrible grammar in here. What's going on? Let's see. All right, let's see. President Newscom. Nah, that's not going to happen. There's a 45 and an AR-10 in my truck. Very good, Wrath. You should have it. I only have a handgun, but I do want to get a second handgun and maybe a rifle. They don't allow us to buy AR-15s here in Washington State anymore. I think they banned them. These freaking idiots. I'm glad that Arizona has that legal, baby. Neo, I carry nukes in my truck. Yeah, funny guy, eh? Funny guy. I use a real pronoun. Real man right there. That's a real man. Yeah. God bless you guys. I will be back shortly. Till then, you guys have a good night. Peace. Ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-ba. Okay, babe.